This is McCook's Mr. Bill. It's an honor to have you here. We're out here in the cemetery, Memorial Day weekend, to honor the dead. It's sad, though, that the nation and way too many people honor the dead just one day a year. The rest of the year, they allow the government, inch by inch, to take away the freedoms that these people fought, died, and lived by. It's well known that the government is doing everything in its power, and has for some time, to take your freedom of firearms away from you. That's well noted. At the same time, they're trying to take your right of travel out of the country away from you. They're doing all sorts of other activities, inch by inch. 500,000 laws, 500,000 are to destroy any freedoms that you might have, if at all possible. One of the freedoms that I see in extreme danger in the near future is gardening. I said gardening. And why is the government going after gardens? Why does the government and the people behind them want to kill your gardens? Well, the corporations that have you go to their restaurants or buy from their grocery stores, they see a garden as competition to them. If they can, by law, make it illegal to have a garden, rest assured they're going to do it to destroy your life, of freedom. And the only way you'll eat is through them. You'll basically be little more than livestock in a feedlot, is what it's all down to. Anything but freedom. The garden gives you freedom, as it has our ancestors for generation after generation. One of the ways that they're using to shut down gardening, though, is to say that the garden is unsightly, that there's weeds in it, that it isn't a carpet of grass. It just doesn't look good. Or another way is to say, you know, a garden shouldn't be in our area. We're too good for it. Reminds me of the young white gentleman as I give kids seed every year, garden seed. I handed him out a pack of garden seed and I said, would you like to do some gardening this year? He took the garden seed and threw it on the floor that I'd given him. And he said, do I look like a Mexican? Some whites are racist, and they detect that gardening is a part of some subculture, that they're too good to garden. Too good to garden. And anybody that does should be eliminated or looked down upon. But to keep our gardens, we need to keep them clean. That means you want a good hoe and not just something to hang on to. You got to use the thing. You got to keep your gardens clean. 30 minutes a week, just one short TV show, 30 minutes, will keep your garden clean enough so that the neighbor with her nose in the air, or a government driving by with binoculars hoping to destroy your life through fines and shut your garden down so that he can get kickbacks from restaurants and grocery stores, he won't have any chance at you. And everybody, and just a few, allowing their gardens to turn to weeds is going to get it real dangerous for the rest of us to keep a garden. Just as it takes just a few people with firearms to break the laws or to endanger people, that they want to take guns away from the 99.9% of us that are just wanting to enjoy the sport of shooting. Gardening is the same way. Use your garden hoe. Make your gardens look clean. Don't give them a chance to destroy your gardens now or in the future. Our ancestors in the cemetery, they fought for freedom, and they did it through wars. Today, let's fight without violence and do it in a way that will preserve what freedoms are left, and maybe even get back some freedoms that we've lost. This is McCook's Mr. Bill. Rate this film. These are the potatoes, if you can see them, that I planted in the bottom, and I just keep filling in dirt around them as they grow up in these pots. Put that in there. Just keep pushing it around the leaves as it grows. Then you'll have potatoes all the way around, and they'll be clear to the top. You'll just dump it over in the fall. You will be able to harvest your potatoes very easily, and the dirt will be ready for next year then. This is one of the ways I raise potatoes.